Welcome back to Newsarama's continuing coverage of New York Comic-Con. I'm here with Mr. Will Brimstone.
How's everything go, my brother?
All right. Well, first, before we even get started, I just want to say, if you have any questions you want to tweet out to Mr. Brimstone here, you can tweet him out with the hashtag RAMACON, R-A-M-A-C-O-N. There you go. So let's get started, man. Let's talk a little bit.
Ready when you are.
Well, you're all over the place. Wrestling, comics, merchandise, all that stuff. Give us a little bit of a primer for those who might not be familiar with the entire Brimstone empire that we have going on here.
Well, basically, I started off many, many years ago, before wrestling even. I started on Sesame Street, so I'm kind of actually really excited to see Gordon here today with Elmo. So I started Sesame Street, Romper Room, then I went and traveled the world of music, then I traveled the world in wrestling. I've been wrestling for about 16 years, and kind of put that on the side, and we made this segue because professional wrestling, everybody knows that you're a larger-than-life type character, and that works perfectly for a comic book. So forget about me. The comic book concept, the character itself, just was one of those things that came naturally. So we kind of just moved forward and made that happen.
Well, tell us a little about Brimstone and BorderHounds, because it's not actually a lot of these things. When these comics come out, they're kind of, oh, well, it's the wrestler in fighting bad guys and that sort of thing. And this is a little bit of a different concept.
Very different. Actually, it has nothing to do with wrestling. So if you don't like wrestling, it's okay. Basically, Brimstone and his crew, BorderHounds, and the BorderHounds in general, are Hell's version of the Border Patrol. Except they're not meant to keep people out, they're meant to keep people in. Now, it kind of goes way beyond that. It's a real thick story, and it's really, really cool. I mean, for those of you, hey, what? Cheap plug, what? Brimstone and the BorderHounds, issue 6. This one here right now.
Props.
Yeah, we actually have Ron Bumblefoot, Fall lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses, did a sneak little segment in here. So we've got him. I'll let you guys all see. He's smashing some bad guys in there. I don't know if you can see it over there.
So you've got wrestling, you've got music, you've got a little bit of everything going on in this.
Yeah, Ron is a good friend of mine. We actually have, we're doing this deal with eSport, I think you guys may or may not know, where we're pushing the Brimstone and the BorderHounds backpacks in Walmart's, Walmart.com, and so forth. I've got everything, man. Look at this. This is actually a sample copy, but you guys can get a quick look. We got a nice, beautiful backpack going to be in every Walmart, Walmart.com, and a whole bunch of other retail outlets.
So what aren't you making?
I'm not making underoos. I want Brimstone underoos. Until that happens, I've not made it.
Well, there's also spin-offs from what I've heard. You got even the Border-Pups.
Yes, we actually have the Border-Pups, the brand new one that just came out, launched last week. Border-Pups Super Space Sheriffs.
I'm just kind of laughing though at the idea of are they like hell sort of related things like Border-Pups? Give us the lowdown.
It's basically the characters from the comic, except watered down for the children. Kind of like Cliff or Berenstain Bears, where everything gives a moral story. This one's about sharing with your friends. Then the original one, Crashbats, is basically not everybody's good at everything they do, but that's what makes the world go round, because everybody's good at something. You know what I mean? So, we kind of try to put out good morals. I have a very
positive message coming
young
from
fan
a
base,
comic about things going on in hell.
Hey, there's no cursing or nudity, and and we try to keep it clean, But it's a lot of fun, man.
No, well, tell me a little bit about the transition for you from wrestling to comics, because you're really passionate about the comic side of things. One of the things that really caught my eye, and how did that sort of develop? Have you been a comics reader for a long time? Yeah, I grew up, you know what I mean? I was an artist. I used to draw, little known fact. So I always wanted to be a comic book artist. And I said, you know what? I really got involved. My favorite character of all time was the Beast. Oh. X-Men Beast, which little love goes out to him. Very, very upsetting. Yeah. I don't like what they did with the last film with the Beast, and I'm putting it out there. You need a real Beast. You go back to Fraser Crane. Go back to, he was awesome. Yeah. He was awesome. Do you agree or not? He was okay. Not one of my favorite characters. So
yours too?
Not one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
Not one of my favorite characters. Right. But I do like the character in the correct way. It's been used over time pretty well. But I could see also a wrestler liking Beast.
Well, he's big.
Because it's that great combination of dexterity, strength, and intelligence.
Well, I wouldn't go intelligent, but it's you know what? He's always been just a fantastic character, and I've always loved everything that is him. When they started doing that Dark Beast thing and all that, I really wasn't paying attention anymore, simply because I don't have time. But yeah, that, you know, I'm kind of digging the Deadpool thing now. I always like Spawn, you know, McFarlane and Hellboy and things like that. You know, so yeah, I've been into comics for a real long time. My mother's attic still has boxes and boxes, along with my drum kit, and she's yelling at me every day, hey, you know, come pick this stuff up. I said, Mom, do you know where I am? She goes, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just come get it tomorrow. So,
well, we saw that Bumblefoot was in there. Any other cameos we can look forward to? Because I know that you've got a lot of these little friends in different places in music and wrestling and things like that.
Yeah, we actually we have some really cool things going on. Also with esport, which if you are a wrestling fan, you're a music fan, you're a musician. Well, Bumblefoot, we'll start with him. We're doing the signature Bumblefoot guitar line with all his guitar bags. We have the Bumblefoot line, the Bumblebabe line. That's going to be in stores all around the world. We also have, we're doing right now a Legends of Wrestling line, which you've got guys like Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Tito Santana.
Nice.
You know,
the guys I grew up with.
Exactly. What do you call Jimmy Superfly Snuka. So, you know, all my friends from back when, you know, we're kind of doing this thing, and since I have to deal with esport, I like to pay homage to the people that, you know, came before me. So kind of give back. And, you know, I don't want to give away every little secret that we have with people that are going to be in the book, but we've already had, you know, Rob Demarest from Ghost Hunters International. We have a couple of wrestlers that are hidden in there, you know, every once in a while. Bumblefoot.
Making cameos.
Yeah, you know, like nonchalant. Like we have this one, if you know who Low Key is, he was with WWE, he was with TNA. You can actually find him if you look. We have him strategically placed so people have to kind of look.
So you're putting Easter eggs.
Yeah, little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Easter eggs, you know, kind of trying to do some fun stuff with it, you know, and we got a couple of really cool cats that are going to be making their way into the book. I don't want to give away too much.
Fair enough.
But if you keep watching, see, you'll find out.
I'm sure what you can give away is where people can pick up Brimstone, the BorderHounds, and the bags and everything like that. So tell us about where people can find everything.
Everybody can check us out at www.hound, H-O-U-N-D, as in the dog, comics.com. So houndcomics.com, you get everything going on there. We have about 15 to 17 new titles, a couple of web comics that just came on. Really, really doing a lot of things over there. And if you want to see me personally, which I hope they do, you go to www.entrancetohell.com. That's T-O. So yeah, we're on Facebook, Twitter, the whole 9 yards, at Hound Comics.
You're not trying to build that find online, I've discovered.
Is it that easy? I don't know. We were talking. I was out with Phil Lamar from Mad TV last night, and Nick from Buffy, and you know, we're sitting and talking about making silly faces when we're on camera and everything. He goes, make sure anytime they say, okay, let's do a silly one, you do. Why? Because the one that you make a stupid face on is going to be everywhere. So, yeah.
That's the way it works. Yeah. Well, Bill, thank you very much for joining me here and chatting a little bit about all things BorderHounds, Brimstone,
thank you,
and the like. Thank you guys for watching, and we got more coming up.